up right after school. Yeah, he can catch a football. Guess that makes him a catch to you. Oh, I don't understand how you're still handing him your crown while he only brings you down. Yeah, I know I don't have a chance, but wish I could wear my feelings on my sleeve. Give you my jacket when your heart is freezing. You're more than a trophy, dressed up as a prom queen, but I'll keep on waiting till you see that I could be the kind of guy that used to keep you dreaming. I see you in the hallway, but I'm too shy to say hello. Left flowers by your driveway, and it sucks that you might never know. Oh, you don't understand that he's never gonna change. Cause to him you're just a game. Could I just have a chance? Wish I could wear my feelings on my sleeve then. Give you my jacket when your heart is freezing. You're more than a trophy, just up as a prom queen, but I'll keep on waiting till you see that I could be the kind of guy that used to keep you dreaming. Walking home, saw you crying, so we sat alone in the silence. If all you need is a shoulder to lean on, you can
아, 블랭크 상수 얘가 블랭크 상수였어.
Wish I could wear my feelings on my sleeve then. Give you my jacket when your heart is freezing. You're more than a trophy, dressed up as a prom queen, but I'll keep on waiting till you see that I could be the kind of guy that used to keep you dreaming.
Five, 6, 7, 8.
When we were in 7th grade, you knew every crush of mine. We'd always talk online. And now that we're all grown up, you've disappeared for a while. I wish that I knew why. I think it's been about 6 months. Did you forget about our plans to see each other soon? 'Cause I was flying out just to see you in the middle of December. We'll drive your Mercedes down the beaches in Miami, getting drunk at Disney. But some friendships don't stay the same.
We haven't talked that much since June. I'm afraid that I lost you. I hate we grew apart and never said goodbye. Maybe we both just needed space, maybe a different time and place. What if we could just rewind? I think it's been about 6 months.
Did you forget about our plans to see each other soon? 'Cause I was flying out just to see you in the middle of December. We'll drive your Mercedes down the beaches in Miami, getting drunk at Disney. But some friendships don't stay the same.
이렇게 있습니다. 하지만 원칙적으로 첨부를 보게 되면 이는 감장강정량으로서 얘의 역할은 조금 떨어진다고 볼 수 있어요. 조금 이따 이제 나오게 되겠지만 조금 이제 우리가 볼 때 맥국과 식물 자체로 본다면 수지배당체를 가지고 있어서 준화제로서 완화약이라고 하는 준화제로서 쓰일 수가 있다. 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 이 토사자는 조금
Stay the same. But some friendships
Don't stay the same. Just a rainy Monday, sitting at our table. Teacups and an empty chair. You'll be gone till Sunday, everything's unstable. I was unprepared. The colors don't look quite the same, and the wind keeps whispering your name. If the world looks different, then it's you to blame. Oh, yeah. So I count the minutes, I count the days, I count the stars and all the ways I feel your touch when you'll be back to stay. Oh, yeah. Call you every night. I say that I'm alright, but I miss you. Oh, see you in my dreams. It's torture as it seems, but I miss you. Walking through our city, so much I want to show you. Say your jokes inside my head. Life is much less pretty when I live it without you. It's like you once said, the colors don't look quite the same, and the wind keeps whispering your name. If the world looks different, then it's you to blame. Oh, yeah. So I count the minutes, I count the days, I count the stars and all the ways I feel your touch when you'll be back to stay. Oh, yeah. Call you every night. I say that I'm alright, but I miss you. Oh, see you in my dreams. It's torture as it seems, but I miss you. Miss you. Make me blue, and I miss you. Miss you. Make me blue, and I miss you. Tell me that you want me, tell me that you need me. Nothing is the same when you are not with me. I'm missing you. Tell me that you want me, tell me that you need me. Nothing is the same when you are not with me. I'm missing you. Call you every night. I say that I'm alright, but I'm missing you.
봄비.
뭐야?
봄비.